Good morning, everybody. Glad to have you here today. If you will, like, share, comment on the post, and then if you are somewhere where you can, follow along with me. We're just going to look at one verse today, and just want to, again, there's not a lot of deep theological truths in this verse, but there is I think, a very practical truth that we need to see. It says the apostles and the elders were gathered together to consider this matter. The Jerusalem Council comes back together, and when they do, the apostles, the elders, the people, they all come together to consider this matter. Verse 7 tells us that there was much debate or dispute, depending on which translation you are reading. And what it makes clear to us is the importance of this whole conversation that they're having, this debate over salvation and works and the law and how important this is to them to get it correct. It appears when we read this that everybody had an opportunity to voice their opinion, that there was it doesn't appear from the words that are used that there was a heated battle or argument, but an in-depth theological discussion, a debate, if you will, back and forth, seeking wisdom, seeking the correct answer. It doesn't appear that the elders were demanding of the people, or the people over the elders. The apostles didn't seem to be trying to pull rank, but they were coming together and giving serious contemplation to an issue that they knew was going to affect the church for the rest of the church history, that this wasn't something to be done and taken lightly, that they're exercising humility and cooperation and unity. Again, and this statement, there was much debate, tells us again, not that there were fist fights in the, they weren't going outside with each other and having fights over this, but that everyone was being allowed to speak, and everybody, all opinions were on the floor, and they were searching for the correct, the answer that God would give them. And I just not a great deal of theological depth there, but a matter of a practical truth, one that we need to keep in mind in the church today. To start with, everything. Dr. Mark Courts, great mentor of mine, great man of God, used to say everything the church votes on is not the virgin birth. In other words, some things that we vote on really do matter. There's some really serious things that we have to do, but some things, they're just not that important. Some of them probably don't even deserve a vote. We just need to move on. But there are some things that really do matter. And when they do, we need to do everything we can, just as the early church was doing here, to operate in unity, in humility, to be cordial to each other, to be gentle and compassionate. And I'm not speaking this morning to anybody about any particular issue. I'm talking just to the church in general. Having been in the church my entire life, I've seen ugly business meetings, ugly debates and discussions in the church, and I have seen some that were just sweet as sugar, the way that everybody handled it. And the thing I reminded a group a few years ago that was talking to me about some issues in their church, and I said, you need to be careful how you handle this, because I will guarantee you the people in the neighborhood around your church, know more about what goes on in your church than you do. They are watching. They are looking, and they're just waiting on an excuse and a reason to reject Christ, to reject the church. Be careful how you handle this issue. I just want to encourage you today, whatever church you're part of, as a fellow believer, that we learn from this model as they're debating it as a very serious issue, the issue of salvation. How does a man have salvation? And they're doing it decently and in order. Let the Church of Jesus Christ be known for its gentleness, for its practice of doing things decently and in order. Lord, don't ever let me be the cause of dissension in my church. Think about it. You have a good day, and we'll see you here tomorrow morning.